Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that's incredibly important for personal growth and success. We're talking about the everyday habits that can make you smarter than the people around you. It's not about being born a genius, it's about cultivating intelligence through consistent effort. So, let's get started. These everyday habits will make you smarter than people around you. Your intelligence isn't a fixed trait you're born with. It's something you cultivate, like building muscle at the gym. The more you practice, the stronger it becomes. Think of your mind as a tool, sharpen it with consistent effort, and it will serve you better every day. The beauty lies in these small, deliberate habits. They compound over time, turning ordinary moments into opportunities for extraordinary growth. For too long, intelligence has been boxed into numbers, IQ scores, grades, or job titles. But real intelligence goes far deeper than that. It's about your ability to think critically, navigate emotions, adapt to challenges, and make wise decisions in your daily life. It's not reserved for geniuses or scholars, it's accessible to anyone willing to work for it. Intelligence is practical. It's the ability to solve problems, connect with others, and evolve continuously. And the best part? It's not something you're stuck with, it's something you can grow. The goal here isn't to compare yourself to others or chase someone else's idea of success. This is about becoming the sharpest, most capable version of ****. Intelligence isn't about proving you're better than the person next to you, it's about proving to yourself that you can improve. These habits aren't quick fixes or magic tricks, they're tools for a lifetime of growth. Practice these simple habits, one at a time, and watch how your mind transforms. Before we begin, please subscribe and tap the notification bell so you never miss out on more amazing videos like this. Let's get started. Learn to completely focus. How often do you really focus? Not the kind of half-hearted focus where one eye is on your phone and the other is on your task, but true, undivided attention. The reality is that most of us rarely experience it. In a world where every moment is interrupted by notifications, emails, or the temptation to scroll, focus has become somewhat of a lost art. But the truth is that without focus, there is no depth of thought, no depth of understanding, and no depth of progress. The constant noise of modern life chips away at your ability to think deeply, leaving you scattered and overwhelmed. Even centuries ago, thinkers like Marcus Aurelius understood the value of focus and undisturbed reflection. As a Roman emperor with endless responsibilities, he would carve out time to think deeply and journal his reflections. That discipline, what we'd call deep focus today, allowed him to lead with clarity and wisdom. The lesson here is simple: multitasking isn't the answer. Monotasking, focusing deeply on one thing at a time, is the way to sharpen your mind and truly make progress. When you give something your full attention, you not only do it better, but you also train your brain to work at a higher level. So how do you develop this habit in a world designed to pull your attention in every direction? Start small. Set aside just 30 minutes a day to work deeply on a single task. During this time, eliminate distractions. Turn off your notifications, close unnecessary tabs, and let those around you know you're unavailable. Techniques like the Pomodoro technique can help you stay disciplined. Work in focused intervals of 25 minutes followed by a 5-minute break. Over time, you'll notice your ability to concentrate growing stronger. Another powerful tool is mindfulness meditation, or simply spending a few moments observing your breath. This can help train your mind to stay present. When you feel your thoughts spiraling during your work, gently bring them back to the task at hand, just as you would during meditation. Deep focus is a skill, and like any skill, it gets better with practice. Each time you resist the urge to check your phone or switch tasks, you're reinforcing a habit that will make you smarter, more capable, and ultimately more in control of your mind. Always remember that your ability to focus deeply is your superpower. It's not just about productivity, it's about reclaiming your ability to think, to create, and to grow. As Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Cultivate deep focus, and that strength will guide you to a sharper, more intelligent life. Read widely and consistently. Reading isn't just about collecting information, it's about shaping the way you see and navigate the world. A good book doesn't just sit on a shelf, it lives in your mind, influencing how you think, what you value, and how you connect with others. And this is easily proven because the smartest people in history, from philosophers to inventors, all had one thing in common: they read. Marcus Aurelius, for example, didn't write Meditations without first devouring the works of others. He built his wisdom by standing on the shoulders of the great thinkers who came before him. The power of reading isn't limited to one type of book. Fiction invites you into the minds of characters who are nothing like you, building your capacity for empathy and helping you understand emotions you may never have felt yourself. Non-fiction broadens your knowledge of the world, history, science, psychology, or business. It gives you tools to solve real-world problems. And then there's philosophy, the cornerstone of wisdom. Reading the works of the Stoics, like Epictetus or Seneca, teaches you timeless lessons about resilience, perspective, and living with purpose. Every genre you explore adds a new layer to your thinking, making you more adaptable, insightful, and ultimately smarter. But let's be honest, reading can feel overwhelming when you're balancing a busy life. The key isn't to read everything at once, it's to make reading a consistent part of your routine. You can start small by committing to read just 10 pages a day. Those 10 pages might not feel like much, but over a year they add up to over 3,600 pages, enough to finish 10 to 15 books. The compounding effect of daily reading is astonishing, and more importantly, it's manageable. If physical books aren't always accessible, turn to modern tools. Audiobooks are a game changer, allowing you to listen while commuting, exercising, or doing chores. Platforms like Audible, Libby, or even YouTube make thousands of audiobooks available at your fingertips. If you're short on time, book summary apps like Blinkist or Shortform can distill key ideas from a book in 15 minutes, giving you the essence of its insights. Another way to make reading transformative is to step out of your comfort zone. If you usually stick to self-help books, try a classic novel. If you're a fan of fiction, challenge yourself with a biography or a book on science. Diversity in reading expands your mental toolkit, giving you perspectives and ideas you'd never encounter otherwise. As you build this habit, don't just read for the sake of reading. Read to apply. Highlight passages, take notes, and reflect on how what you've read can shape your decisions and your understanding of life. When Marcus Aurelius read, he didn't passively absorb knowledge, he engaged with it, questioned it, and used it to grow. Follow his example. Reading isn't just a hobby, it's an act of self-improvement. Every book you read is a conversation with a great mind, a window into another world, or a mirror reflecting your own. It's how you gain empathy, wisdom, and the confidence to navigate life's complexities. So pick up a book, not to fill your time, but to fill your mind. Over time, you'll see that the person you become is shaped by the words you've chosen to let in. Reflect daily. Reflection turns experience into wisdom. Without it, the lessons life offers slip through your fingers unnoticed and unappreciated. Think about how easily the days blur into weeks, and weeks into years. Without taking time to pause and look inward, you risk living on autopilot, reacting, rushing, and repeating the same patterns. The act of reflecting gives you the clarity to see what worked, what didn't, and what truly matters. It's a habit that not only sharpens your mind, but aligns your actions with your goals and values. The Stoics understood the transformative power of reflection. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, ended each day with a simple but profound ritual. He would ask himself what he did well, what he could have done better, and what he learned. This nightly practice wasn't just about self-criticism, it was about growth. Through reflection, Seneca turned the ordinary trials of daily life into lessons that shaped his character and decisions. His wisdom wasn't an accident, it was the result of consistently mining his experiences for insights. Reflection can take many forms, and it doesn't have to be complicated. Journaling is one of the most powerful tools for self-reflection. Writing down your thoughts at the end of the day forces you to slow down and process what you've experienced. It can be as simple as answering 3 questions. What did I learn today? What challenged me? What am I grateful for? These small prompts open the door to greater self-awareness and growth. If writing doesn't resonate with you, meditation gives you another path to reflection. Spending just 10 minutes in silence, observing your thoughts and emotions, can help you gain perspective on your day. Meditation isn't about emptying your mind, it's about noticing what's happening within it. This awareness creates a space where you can respond to life's challenges with intention, instead of reacting impulsively. Start small. At the end of each day, take 5 minutes to reflect. You don't need a fancy journal or a perfect system. A notebook, a voice memo on your phone, or even quiet contemplation works just as well. The key is consistency. Over time, these moments of reflection will reveal patterns, both in your behavior and in life itself. You'll begin to see what truly serves you and what doesn't, empowering you to make smarter decisions moving forward. As Seneca said, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Reflection allows you to see the reality of your life clearly, without the distortions of fear, regret, or distraction. It's how you turn your experiences, both good and bad, into stepping stones for growth. By making reflection a daily habit, you not only become smarter, but more aligned with the person you want to be. Challenge your comfort zone. Growth begins where comfort ends. It's a simple truth, but one that many of us don't realize. The comfort zone feels safe, predictable, and familiar. It's a place where the mind can relax, free from uncertainty or risk. But here's the thing, staying there for too long keeps you stagnant. Intelligence, adaptability, and resilience are forged in discomfort, in those moments when you dare to step into the unknown. If you want to grow smarter, bolder, and better equipped for life's challenges, you must be willing to challenge your comfort zone. The science behind this is fascinating. Every time you take on a challenge or try something unfamiliar, your brain changes. This is called neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections. When you push yourself, whether by learning a new skill, engaging in a difficult conversation, or even trying an activity that makes you nervous, your brain rewires itself to adapt. These new pathways strengthen your ability to think critically, solve problems, and embrace change. In other words, stepping outside your comfort zone doesn't just make you more courageous, it makes you smarter. Think about moments in your life when you grew the most. Chances are, they didn't happen when everything was easy or routine. Maybe it was the first time you gave a presentation, even though your hands were shaking, or when you signed up for a class that intimidated you, only to discover you were capable of more than you thought. Growth happens when you stretch yourself, and that stretching requires discomfort. The Stoics knew this well. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself that challenges are opportunities in disguise. He wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." So how can you challenge your comfort zone in a practical way? Start by identifying one thing that scares you each week. It doesn't have to be monumental, small, consistent actions lead to transformative change. For example, if you're nervous about public speaking, start by sharing your thoughts in a small group meeting. If you've been avoiding a difficult conversation, commit to taking the first step by writing down what you want to say. The goal isn't to conquer every fear overnight, it's to build a habit of leaning into discomfort. Another way to challenge yourself is to learn something new, even if you feel like a beginner. Sign up for that dance class, start learning a language, or tackle a subject that's always intimidated you. These activities not only build new skills, but also teach you how to embrace failure and persevere. Each time you push through discomfort, you strengthen your ability to handle the unknown, making future challenges feel less daunting. It's important to remember that growth doesn't come from reckless leaps, but from intentional steps. The key is to push yourself just enough to feel stretched, not overwhelmed. Think of it like lifting weights. If the weight is too light, your muscles won't grow. But if it's too heavy, you risk injury. In the same way, find challenges that are manageable but meaningful. Over time, you'll notice something remarkable: the boundaries of your comfort zone will expand. What once seemed intimidating will start to feel natural. The meeting you were afraid to speak up in becomes a place where your voice is heard. The skill that once seemed out of reach becomes second nature. These small victories compound, and before you know it, you'll be tackling challenges that once felt impossible. Challenging your comfort zone is one of the most powerful ways to grow your mind and character. It's not just about overcoming fear, it's about becoming someone who thrives in the face of uncertainty. As Marcus Aurelius teaches us, obstacles aren't barriers, they're bridges to something greater. So this week, take a small step towards discomfort. You'll not only expand your world, but also strengthen the most important tool you have, your mind. Embrace lifelong learning. Intelligence isn't about knowing everything, it's about being curious enough to always learn more. In a world that's constantly changing, the smartest people aren't those with all the answers, but those with an unshakable commitment to growth. Lifelong learning is the habit of staying open, humble, and curious, no matter how much you already know. It's the mindset that there's always more to discover and the willingness to admit that you're never finished. The Stoics embodied this mindset of continuous learning. Marcus Aurelius, despite being one of the most powerful men in history, approached life with humility. He was endlessly curious not only about philosophy, but about human nature, leadership, and the mysteries of existence. In Meditations he wrote, "Be open to correction. If someone can show me I'm wrong, I'll gladly change. It's the truth I'm after, and the truth never harmed anyone." This beginner's mindset, a willingness to learn and grow, was the foundation of his wisdom. He understood that learning isn't just about accumulating knowledge, it's about refining your understanding of the world and yourself. Adopting this mindset can be transformative. Consider people who have reinvented themselves by embracing lifelong learning. Think of individuals like Elon Musk, who taught himself rocket science to build SpaceX, or writers who explore new genres well into their careers. The ability to learn continuously allows you to adapt, evolve, and thrive no matter what life throws your way. When you commit to learning, you open doors to opportunities you never imagined, and you train your brain to stay sharp and adaptable. So how do you embrace lifelong learning in a practical, accessible way? Start by cultivating curiosity. Pay attention to what interests you, whether it's history, technology, art, or psychology, and dive in. The modern world has made learning easier than ever. Platforms like YouTube, Coursera, and Khan Academy offer free or affordable access to high-quality content on virtually any topic. If you prefer interactive learning, sign up for an online course or attend a local workshop. Websites like Udemy or Skillshare allow you to learn at your own pace, whether it's coding, photography, or public speaking. Podcasts are another incredible tool for lifelong learners. Listening to experts discuss their fields can be both inspiring and educational. And the best part is you can fit it into your routine, whether you're commuting, exercising, or cooking dinner. Choose podcasts that challenge your thinking or introduce you to new ideas, and let them become a part of your daily life. To truly embrace lifelong learning, adopt the practice of stepping outside your comfort zone. If you're naturally drawn to one subject, challenge yourself to explore something completely different. For example, if you're a science whiz, try reading literature. If you've always focused on practical skills, dive into philosophy. This diversity in learning broadens your perspective and deepens your understanding of the interconnectedness of knowledge. And don't forget the power of books. Make a habit of reading widely and consistently, as we explored earlier, and choose books that push your thinking. Look for authors who challenge your worldview, who make you uncomfortable, and who inspire you to think differently. Finally, remember that lifelong learning isn't just about intellectual growth, it's about humility. A beginner's mindset means acknowledging that there's always more to learn, no matter how accomplished or knowledgeable you are. It's about letting go of the ego that insists you should already have all the answers. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you must train your character and guard your impulses, for what lies ahead is more than mere learning. Embracing lifelong learning is a gift you give yourself. It's the realization that growth never ends, and that every day brings a new opportunity to expand your mind and enrich your life. Whether it's through a podcast, a course, or a simple question that sparks curiosity, commit to being a learner for life. The smarter, wiser version of you is waiting on the other side. Cultivate emotional intelligence. What good is knowledge if you can't connect with people? Intelligence isn't just about solving problems or knowing facts, it's about understanding yourself and those around you. Emotional intelligence is the bridge between your mind and your relationships, the skill that allows you to navigate the complexities of human connection with empathy and grace. It's the kind of intelligence that helps you lead, collaborate, and build meaningful relationships, whether at work, home, or in everyday interactions. At its core, emotional intelligence, EQ, is made up of three main elements: self-awareness, empathy, and communication. Self-awareness is the ability to recognize your emotions, understand what triggers them, and see how they influence your behavior. Empathy, on the other hand, is the skill of understanding the emotions of others, stepping into their shoes without judgment. Communication ties it all together, allowing you to express your thoughts and feelings effectively while fostering trust and connection. These principles align beautifully with Stoic philosophy. The Stoics emphasized understanding others without judgment, seeing every person as a fellow human navigating their own struggles. Marcus Aurelius, for example, often reminded himself that people act out of their own perceptions and limitations. He wrote, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. They are like this because they cannot tell good from evil." This wasn't cynicism, it was empathy. He sought to understand people rather than react to them, a practice that lies at the heart of emotional intelligence. Cultivating emotional intelligence starts with self-awareness. Begin by identifying your emotions throughout the day. When you acknowledge your feelings, whether it's frustration, joy, or anxiety, you take the first step toward managing them, instead of letting them control you. Empathy is the next layer. Practice active listening in your conversations. This means giving someone your full attention, not just hearing their words, but understanding the emotions behind them. Resist the urge to interrupt or offer advice right away. Instead, reflect on what they've said and ask thoughtful questions. Over time, this practice deepens your understanding of others and strengthens your relationships. Another cornerstone of EQ is learning to pause before reacting, especially in emotionally charged situations. When you feel anger or frustration rising, take a moment to breathe, count to 3, or step away from the situation if you can. This pause creates a space between your emotion and your response, allowing you to act thoughtfully rather than impulsively. As the Stoics taught, true strength lies in mastering your emotions, not being mastered by them. If you want to build your EQ further, consider journaling as a tool for reflection. At the end of a day, write about moments when you felt a strong emotion. What triggered it? How did you respond? What could you have done differently? This practice helps you identify patterns in your behavior and equips you to handle future situations with greater emotional clarity. Cultivating emotional intelligence isn't just about improving your relationships, it's about improving yourself. It's the ability to connect deeply with others, to understand their struggles without judgment, and to communicate in a way that builds trust and respect. It's the wisdom to see emotions, not as obstacles, but as tools for growth, both for yourself and those around you. In the end, intelligence without emotional intelligence is incomplete. By cultivating self-awareness, empathy, and communication, you strengthen not just your mind, but your heart. As Marcus Aurelius taught, understanding others begins with understanding yourself, and that's a skill that can transform every aspect of your life. Prioritize physical health. A healthy mind cannot thrive in an unhealthy body. Your brain, the very engine of intelligence, relies on the strength and vitality of your body to function at its best. Neglecting your physical health creates a ripple effect, impairing focus, energy, and mental clarity. If you truly want to grow smarter, you must start with the foundation, taking care of your body. The connection between the brain and the body is undeniable. Studies have shown that regular physical activity increases blood flow to the brain, promoting the growth of new neural pathways and enhancing memory, focus, and problem-solving abilities. Sleep, often underestimated, is another pillar of cognitive health. When you sleep, your brain consolidates memories, clears toxins, and resets for the day ahead. And then there's nutrition. What you eat doesn't just fuel your body, it fuels your mind. A diet rich in whole foods provides the nutrients your brain needs to function optimally, while processed foods and excessive sugar can dull your thinking and sap your energy. So how do you start prioritizing physical health in a way that feels manageable and sustainable? The first answer should be minding what you eat. What you eat has a direct impact on how you think and feel. Focus on whole foods, fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats that nourish your body and brain. Avoid the quick fix of processed snacks and sugary drinks, which may give you a temporary energy boost but lead to crashes later. Instead, keep healthy snacks like nuts, seeds, or fruit within reach. Hydration is just as crucial. Your brain is nearly 75% water, so drink enough throughout the day to keep it functioning optimally. Quality sleep is also non-negotiable for cognitive performance. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of restful sleep each night to set yourself up for success. Limit screen time before bed. The blue light from screens disrupts your body's natural sleep-wake cycle. Instead, wind down with a book, meditation, or journaling. Create a bedtime routine that signals to your brain that it's time to rest, whether that's dimming the lights or drinking herbal tea. Finally, exercise your body. You don't need an intense gym routine to reap the benefits of movement. Start with something as simple as a 20-minute daily walk. Walking not only improves circulation, but also clears your mind, allowing space for reflection and problem solving. If you're ready for more, try incorporating strength training or yoga a few times a week. The key is consistency. Find an activity you enjoy and make it a part of your routine. Discipline is the thread that ties these habits together. The Stoics believed in moderation, not overindulging, but also not neglecting the body's needs. This balance is the key to building a strong foundation for your mental and physical well-being. Think of it this way: every healthy choice you make is an investment in your future self. Each walk, each nutritious meal, and each night of good sleep compounds over time, creating a stronger, sharper, and more resilient you. When you prioritize physical health, you're not just taking care of your body, you're giving your mind the tools it needs to thrive. As the Stoics would remind us, wisdom and discipline go hand in hand. By strengthening your body, you're strengthening your mind, and in turn, your ability to grow, learn, and navigate life's challenges with clarity and purpose. Make the choice today to care for your body as the vessel of your intelligence. It's a decision that will elevate every part of your life. Intelligence isn't something you're born with, it's something you build piece by piece through your actions and habits. These 7 habits are your blueprint for not just becoming smarter, but living a more intentional, fulfilling life. But remember, this journey isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Every small step you take toward these habits compounds over time, shaping a sharper mind, a wiser heart, and a more resilient you. The Stoics taught us that personal growth isn't about competing with others, it's about becoming better than you were yesterday. That's the mindset to carry with you. If you're ready to take these ideas deeper, we invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Here, we explore practical wisdom, Stoic principles, and actionable steps to help you grow into the best version of yourself. Watch, reflect, and join a community of learners committed to lifelong growth. Your smarter, stronger self is waiting. Start building it today. Don't just consume knowledge, put it into practice. And if you're ready to explore these ideas even further, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and remember to hit that subscribe button to stay updated.